So a little birdie told me that Grant and Shelby don't have any of these shrimp yet, even though they've got close to 400 tanks, if not more by this point. What I'm doing is I'm netting some up and I'm going to send them all the way down to Florida from right here in New York. You're watching Crib Keeper Aquatics. My name is Tim, and this is my very first time shipping shrimp, so definitely stay tuned and let me know how I did. To make finding the shrimp a little bit easier, I did add some soy ahoy, as it is one of the foods that do not leach a bunch of ammonia into the water, so I'm personally not super concerned of that. Hopefully that's not an issue, but please, Grant and Shelby, let me know if this was a big mistake to do. But as you can see, I'm netting up the smaller ones, the juvenile size. And I'm just doing a random scoop in this. I haven't done any calling from this tank yet, so what you're seeing here is the full colony as it bred out. There's a lot of shrimp hiding in that moss back there, so this food is really helping to bring them all out. And then also I'm using the net to kind of disturb the moss a little bit, kind of encourage them to come out a little easier for me, because again, all I'm looking for is the smaller ones. They're claimed to ship a little bit easier. They handle the stress of the temperature changes a little easier. So fingers crossed that they all arrive there alive. Let's see. And now we'll take a real quick dive into the little cup that I've been scooping them into. I've got a breather bag in there that I ordered from aqpkg.com. And so I've got some water in there. I'm tying it off with a knot right now. And as it's my first time shipping, I just realized I forgot one of the most important steps, which is to have something for the shrimp to hang on to. So what I did is I grabbed a little sprig of moss from that tank, and it is all mixed moss. I believe that one might be the spiky moss, but again, it's a mixed moss tank, so there's a good chance that you're gonna have something else pop out of it at some point anyway, if there's even the smallest little fragment of moss on there. But by adding the moss, it definitely helps to reduce a little bit of the stress in the bag, or that's what I'm told anyway, because they are able to grab onto something during shipping, so they're not just being thrown all around the bag. So to get the knot nice and tight, you first gotta drain out the air, kind of force the air out of it, holding the top of the bag obviously so none of the shrimp can escape. And then I like to twist it up really good and tie a knot as close to the water as I can. And because this is a breather bag, there is some air exchange right through that plastic, and that's why you don't need a huge volume of air in there, and it helps to lower the shipping cost a little bit. And then even though I did tie it in a nice tight knot, I also added 2 rubber bands to the knot just to make sure, and the little flap that was hanging off the top I folded over. It's just a little extra security or peace of mind or whatever. So let's hope that these guys don't leak and they'll arrive alive. And my fingers definitely don't like to work on these small little tedious things like tying knots and rubber bands, so just bear with me here for a minute. I'm getting there. But while you wait, it's a perfect time to go splash that like button for me. That way it lets me know that you want to see more content just like this. And there we have it, a nicely tied bag of shrimp. So let's get these guys wrapped up. The first layer that I'm using is some paper towel, and that is so that I make sure there's at least a little bit of an air cushion between the bag and the next layer. That way the bag can breathe in the oxygen and release the CO2 as needed. So then what I'm doing, I'm just grabbing some scrap pieces of newspaper here. And I'm going to be wrapping these up as much as I can with still being able to fit it inside of the box. So as I get this finished wrapping up, I just want to let you guys know that the Garden of Eater is going to post up a video on their channel when they open these up. And I asked them if they could give me as much criticism as possible on this pack job. Let me know what areas I have some opportunity to improve on, and where I did do properly on it, and that way I can learn a little bit more. They've been a really great mentor for me through the shrimp breeding so far, and for that I just really have to say thank you. I definitely do appreciate it a lot. So everyone head over there now and let's go watch that. I'll leave a link down in the description.